What is up, guys? We are back with another raid build for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and in today's raid build we're going to be looking at Espathra. So this was really popular back during the Cinderace raid, but I'm going to show you guys how it works here in general. Espathra is a Psychic type Pokemon. We're going to take advantage of that by using a Psychic Tera type here. For the item, it depends. So if you're going up against a Pokemon that can give you status effects like Poison and Burn or even Paralysis, the Covert Cloak is really great for that. If the Pokemon doesn't have those kinds of attacks, then you can go with the Shell Bell to regen some of your health every time you do damage. Or you can go with a Life Orb or Twisted Spoon. Life Orb would be the more aggressive play there. And then Twisted Spoon, it's just going to give you a little bit of a damage buff to your Psychic type moves. As far as the move set goes, we're looking here at Lumina Crash. That's going to be our attack, and that's going to bring down the opponent's special defenses by 2 stages every time it hits. You've got Calm Mind to bring up your own special attack and special defenses. Usually you can do that like 3 times. You've got Light Screen there to protect you while you're setting up from any special attacks. You can also switch that out with Reflect if you want, so you can deal with physical attackers. You've also got Feather Dance there as an option if you want to reduce the opponent's attack stat. And maybe you're playing with teammates, but this is better for solo. And then you've got Roost there to recover some of your health. Obviously, we don't have the Shell Bell here or any other means of recovering our health. So if we do take some super effective damage or just a critical or something like that, then you've got Roost there to save yourself. For the ability, we are running Opportunist. So basically, anytime the opposing Pokemon increases their stats, you increase your stats identical to theirs. We're going to be running a maxed out EVs in special attack and HP. If you guys need to know about EV training, check out my video on the topic. I'll have it linked down below. As well as going ahead and hyper training. It's special attack, HP, special defense, speed and attack don't matter. But if you want to, you can always do that. And then we're going to go with a modest nature. So we're going to test this raid build out here against excuse me, we're going to test it out against this Goodra. Now this Goodra can poison you, so this is why I have the Covert Cloak. In other situations, you could just use the Shell Bell, Life Orb, or Twisted Spoon. Sorry, I can't even think. The Shell Bell you can pick up from the Medali Deadly Bird Presence. Life Orb you can pick up from the Deadly Bird Presence in Messagoza. And the Covert Cloak, which I'm using, you can pick up in Levincia. So here we are, we're going up against this 6-star Goodra. Obviously, and against 5-star raids, this will be even easier, but I do like to show you guys. It's challenging a setup as I can here. So we're going to go ahead and use Light Screen there. Just going to reduce any of those incoming special attacks while we get set up. So it's going to go ahead and go here with a Sludge Bomb. So does a little bit of damage, but we don't run the risk of getting poisoned there, which is great. We're going to go ahead and do Calm Mind. Probably good to do 3 of them. Obviously, if Espathra had access to something like Nasty Plot, that'd be even better, but I don't believe it does. So we've got Calm Mind here, which will help us increase our special defense and special attack. We do have that Arboliva there helping out a little bit. It kind of depends on what NPCs you get. But there's a second Calm Mind there. I don't believe in testing that this Goodra does anything to increase its own stats, so we won't be able to take advantage of that. But we're going to go with 1 more Calm Mind here. And then we're going to have to Roost. If you guys are finding this video informative or helpful, do please consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video. It does help a ton. I know a lot of you guys have loved my Miraidon builds, my Golden Go builds, and a couple of the other builds, so I'm going to continue to try to produce as many of these as possible. And if you guys are looking for some people to play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with, do consider checking out my weekly streams. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Thursdays, depending on if there's a raid event. For example, if Greninja comes around, or obviously we don't know what the next raid is yet, but whenever that next raid Pokemon comes out, the Thursday night that it's available, I start to run that with people. So we stream on Thursdays as well, every few weeks or so. So now we're hitting here with Lumina Crash. You can see I did quite a bit of damage there. We do have 3 Calm Minds. And we're going to keep increasing that damage because Lumina Crash is just going to get stronger and stronger as we reduce the Goodra's special defense. Here comes another one. Okay, pretty good chunk there. Close to shield range. We should be able to do another good chunk here. And then we'll be able to Terastallize. A little bit of help there. All right. Of course, we're gonna lose our stats at some point whenever it does clear the stat changes, but that's fine because at that point we'll just keep Lumina crashing until it goes down. It's pretty easy. Obviously, with a Covert Cloak, it makes it to where it can't poison us, and we'll just keep going. Let's see how our health is. Okay, so there's the stat changes on it. So we'll have to reapply it with Lumina Crash. Yeah, we're still doing good here. Why can't we terrestrialize yet? All right, doesn't matter. Lumina Crash again. So that one didn't do very much because it's got the shield up, and you know, we've also lost the stat change there. Okay, so there we need to definitely Roost now. But you can see, I mean, we're doing this solo. We're doing good on time. Okay, there goes the drop there. So we're gonna go ahead and Roost here. Give us some of that health back. We're still doing very good on the time, so we don't have to worry too much. Okay, now I'm thinking of playing it safe here and just putting up another light screen. Again, this is all dependent on you and what you want to do, but I find this to be pretty helpful. What we don't want is to lose a bunch of health here when we're terrestrialized and run the risk of dying. So, all right, we're in a good spot now, so it's time for a terrestrialized Lumina Crash. This should do quite a bit of damage, bring us pretty close to breaking the shield. It's not gonna break the shield yet. Maybe, we'll see. I did test this with a couple other strats, but honestly, I think this setup is the best. For situations where, again, you don't have any status effects applied to you. Okay, so that actually did a lot less than I expected, but that's fine. We have plenty of health here. We got the Rain Dance there to increase its water moves. At least this thing doesn't have thunder or something. So not every build can be as broken as like the Golden Go and Miraidon build. Some builds do, you know, require a little more work. Okay, there we go. Now, as long as it doesn't take us out here, we should be able to break the shield. That's gonna be close. Okay. So again, we're gonna go ahead and Roost here, get back some of that health. We're still doing good on time. I mean, Goodra is a pretty chunky Pokemon, so take this up against a Pokemon that is less special defense heavy and less bulky, and you won't have that much trouble. But that's part of the fun, right? Is showing you guys how it works in situations that are a little tougher. I found this build to work fantastic against the Cinderace raid, and that was a 7-star. So again, it just really depends. But Goodra here is basically a GG, and we can say goodbye to Goodra. If you guys did find this video informative, again, do please consider subscribing, leaving a like, and checking out some of the other videos that'll be on screen. I'll have my playlist for my Pokemon Scarlet and Violet tips and tricks, and my raid builds. You can also learn about hyper training, EV training, and where to find certain items in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and other tips and tricks. With that being said, guys, thanks for coming by, and I hope you enjoyed the video.